The smoke hasn't even cleared from the Lakers' abrupt first-round playoff exit, and yet the questions are already screaming louder than the cheers ever did. This was supposed to be the start of something new, maybe even historic. Instead, it feels like a warning shot, signaling that time is no longer a luxury in Los Angeles. With Luka Dončić now donning purple and gold, and LeBron James staring down the final chapters of his storied career, the Lakers find themselves at a volatile, high-stakes fork in the road. The blockbuster midseason trade that sent shockwaves through the NBA, Anthony Davis out, Luka Dončić in, wasn't just a swap of stars. It was a calculated, defiant move aimed at rewriting the Lakers' future in real time. But instead of championship banners, they're left with more questions than answers. The trade that rocked the league. In February, Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka pushed all his chips to the center of the table, orchestrating one of the boldest midseason trades in recent memory. Out went Anthony Davis, the defensive anchor and all-NBA big man. Along with him, young prospect Max Christie and a first-round pick. In came Luka Dončić, a generational talent whose offensive genius could light up any arena, but whose fit on the Lakers was an enigma waiting to be solved. Pelinka, never one to mince words, described the transition as building an airplane in the sky. And he wasn't wrong. The team was suddenly forced to re-engineer itself mid-flight, with championship hope still very much on the line. Yet, with no runway to test out this new engine, the Lakers sputtered in the postseason. And in this city, early exits aren't just disappointments. They're declarations of failure. Early exit, immediate fallout. The Lakers fell to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round, ungracefully. A team that had hoped to coalesce in time for a deep playoff run found itself exposed instead. Luka Dončić put up numbers, as he always does. His offensive brilliance was undeniable, but numbers don't tell the whole story. On the defensive end, Dončić became a glaring liability. When he was on the floor, the Lakers gave up a ghastly 120.41 points per 100 possessions, worse than the NBA's worst defense this season. Minnesota knew it, exploited it, and walked away with the series. And just like that, the Luka LeBron era began with a thud rather than a roar. LeBron, the last dance, or the next chapter? The elephant in the room? LeBron James. The King now faces a pivotal decision. He holds a $52.6 million player option for the 2025 to 2026 season. The Lakers need his answer, and they need it soon. If he opts out, they gain cap space and flexibility, but lose a legend. If he opts in, they keep the greatest player of this generation, but restrict their ability to retool. Beyond money, LeBron's legacy is now intertwined with something more personal: his son. Bronny James, fresh off a development-heavy rookie year that featured time in the G League, made history when he stepped onto the floor beside his father. The duo became the first father-son pairing to play in an NBA game, and then, stunningly, the first to share a playoff court. But sentimentality doesn't win championships. LeBron knows that. He's here for banners, not backstories, and that's why his next move might be his most strategic yet. Luka's arrival. Brilliant yet burdened. Let's talk about the elephant-sized Slovenian in the room. Luka Dončić is a wizard with the basketball. He creates space where none exists. He drops dimes like a point god and scores with ruthless creativity. He is, by most standards, a franchise cornerstone. But he's not a seamless fit, at least not yet. His defensive flaws were well known in Dallas, but on a Lakers team that lost its best interior defender in Davis, they became magnified under the Hollywood spotlight. Head coach J.J. Redick, in his first full year at the helm, emphasized conditioning and defense as the keys to unlocking this roster's potential. But building chemistry midseason, while also reshaping defensive schemes, was a near impossible task. As it stands, the Lakers must now build a system around Luka's strengths while covering up his defensive blind spots, a tightrope walk that will define the franchise's direction moving forward. Roster recalibration. The offseason ahead. The Lakers' offseason isn't just about LeBron and Luka, It's about reshaping the spine of this team to contend now, not later. The first order of business: size and defense. With Davis gone, there's a glaring void in the paint. Pelinka has already signaled the team's desire to add a center who can protect the rim and play above it, a vertical threat that can also mask Doncic's defensive weaknesses. On the wings, the team needs length, toughness, and players who can space the floor. In the modern NBA, versatility is everything, and the Lakers at times look too rigid and outdated. Then there's the question of youth. Bronny James, Maxwell Lewis, Jalen Hood Schifino.